Hey guys, welcome to another Orange 13 Junior video. Today we're talking about my YouTube channel. Yes, my YouTube channel. There's a new sequence in my YouTube channel that you guys may now go on. It's all my liked videos. You can watch some of my liked videos. There's some scary ones, there's some creepy ones, there's some funny ones. This is the new sequence of my YouTube channel. If you want to see some, I don't know. Maybe you can see some. Okay. Ben 10 Ultimate. This was one of my favorites. So we can. Yep, it's all my videos here on my YouTube channel. I don't know how I did it. I was just messing around with YouTube. Hey, don't judge me. I did join very late.
Hey guys, Pixelip here. So it's been a while since there's been a Ben 10 episode. Really sorry about that. The break in the channel kind of messed everything up. But to
Missing some earpods.
kind of give you guys back for the long wait, I was actually thinking of doing 2 episodes in a row of Ben 10. And if you guys are interested in that, if we can crush 500 likes in the first day of this video being out, I'll upload the next part or the next episode tomorrow, and I'll actually try premiering it, which I've never done before. So let me know by leaving a like if that's something you want to see, and let's dive right into the video. Man, 12 hours left to find Alien X.
Okay guys, we'll premiere that later. Just like he said. See you later. And we all like some of my YouTube channels here, and then there's these other YouTubers channels on my like videos section. So you can do that on my YouTube channel now. Oh yeah, my new video, no one watched it yet. It was uploaded like a few days ago, I think. Maybe it's a new Village Pillars series, new Minecraft trailer. Yeah, I was really bad. Oh, that was my sister in my background. Let's skip something. Skip. Please don't tell me. The Village Pillage update. If anyone's seen this, you can watch it again. Or if you are not playing Minecraft yet, you can watch this episode. Crap! My internet was slow. So don't judge it. Blocks. Cat's trying to get something. Maybe murder him. Well, it's okay to say that in Minecraft, he'll just respawn. appreciate the video, don't you? So, see you on next video. Subscribe, like, comment down below. Bye. See you on next vid. And bye. Bye. And smash that love button so much times. It has to do it itself, guys. It has. Bye. Oh crap! What is that?
Switch to Metro and get Amazon Prime included. I'm in. Fantastic!
This break. She'll react to it now. Wait, what is this called? Turn your phone sideways.
Come in and get any Wawa
Turn
Classic
your phone
Hoagie or freshly made
sideways,
salad for $4.99. Gotta have a Wawa.
Pokemon you won't believe that are real? What does the fox say? Ring, ding, 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 ding.
Hello everyone, this is Tricky and welcome back to another video. It's October now, so I have an excuse to do a lot of creepy videos for Halloween, but I think the majority of my content is scary anyway. So it doesn't really matter, but anyway, I'm sure a lot of you wish that Pokemon were real. I know that I wish that they were real. I mean, having a pet Arcanine sounds like the most amazing thing ever, and I would want 50 of them. Giant dogs, yes, please. But have you ever thought what would happen if Pokemon became real in this world? Not us being transferred to...
You can do that in Pokemon Go. Wait, does this mean realized? Like
the Pokemon universe where all of these creatures are the norm. But if one day all of these Pokemon were transferred to the real world, we wouldn't have any Pokemon of our own for protection. And
they would kill you. Pokeballs! Go!
we would only have our video
Catch
game
it,
knowledge to
Pikachu.
help us out. Of course, there's a lot of amazing Pokemon that could help us out, but there's always the Pokemon that have really messed up Pokedex entries that show what their actual nature is whenever they're not in human captivity. But be sure to check out the Pokemon that could take over the world, because it's a similar video, and I won't be covering any of the choices from that video in this one. Of course, if any of the 805 Pokemon existed, there will be a risk, so don't get the wrong idea that I think only 10 Pokemon will be the end of us. I'll do a sequel of the
Where? What does the fox?
this video if it reaches
Sis, what are you
5,000
doing?
likes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off, we have Sliggoo. What can possibly be wrong with a cute little snail dragon with a goofy grin? I mean, if these guys were real, I would totally want one. They were adorable. And get into it. Starting off, we have Sliggoo. What can possibly be wrong with a cute little snail dragon with a goofy grin? I mean, if these guys were real, I would totally want one. They were adorable, and I'm sure having one around the house wouldn't be too bad, right? I'm completely lying to you. While Sliggoo looks completely adorable, it can produce a liquid that dissolves anything. Can you imagine real snails just dragging themselves around and then burning everything? When I say anything, I mean anything. Wood, plastic, rock, metal, human skin. That doesn't sound like a creature that I would want to be real. Plus, this thing is 2 foot 7 inches. When I say anything, I mean anything. Wood, plastic, rock, metal, human skin. That doesn't sound like a creature that I would want to be real. Plus, this thing is 2 foot 7 inches and 38 pounds. I don't think throwing salt on this thing would be really effective. Whenever it was a Goomy, it had eyes, so it could freaking see. Now Sliggoo is completely blind. But then that leads to the question, what if you're able to tame a Sliggoo? Sliggoo is unable to tell if you are a friend or a foe. It will calmly try to melt and eat even those it gets along with. So yeah, you could be the best friends with this thing, and it will try to melt you while you're sleeping with that goofy grin on its face. It doesn't care. I mean, if you want to be melted alive, then Sliggoo would be the perfect companion for you. Moving on, we have Sandygas and Palossand. These are evolutions, so I'm putting them together. A cute little sandcastle Pokemon. Why wouldn't you want to see a living sandcastle? There are thousands upon thousands of beaches in the world, and obviously Sandygas and its evolution will dominate all of them. When a human goes to the beach and they're carrying a giant grudge, then a sandy gas is created. I'm pretty sure that all of you has experienced at least one grudge in your lifetime. How many people go to the beach? Millions. How many children are at the beach building sandcastles? Millions. How many petty people are there? How many angry people are there? A lot. So there would be a whole bunch of ghosty sand things all over the place. If a person happens to grab the little shovel that's on its head, it falls under its control. It hypnotizes them. If it doesn't have a shovel, then it probably has a stick or
Wee! It's a man in my
flag or a candy wrapper, pretty much anything that it finds. Then there's the evolution. Palosan can control adults without a shovel, or a stick, or a candy wrapper. They can control them at any time. Most of them just make the adults add more sand to them, also to make them bigger, but they can actually regenerate the sand at will. They're just being buttholes and showing off their power. But don't be fooled, they can still be dangerous. They can form sand vortexes
I had enough. I thought Pokemon were nice.
to suck in small children and Pokemon. They bury them alive, then steal their life force. The bigger they are, the bigger their prey will be. So imagine that in the real world. Going to the beach just to be buried alive and have your life stolen from you as you suffocate underneath it. Though this is a ghost type, they can lose their life, and they say that you can see the remains of the prey that they murdered once they pass underneath them. So that's great. Wonderful. You're digging, and then you see a bone from a human child. Wonderful. People wouldn't even be able to go to the beach anymore if these actually existed. While we are talking about beaches, let's move on to the next Pokemon. We have Malamar. Malamar is based off an upside-down squid, so even though it's not a water type, it would most likely live in damp areas or in the ocean. Because this thing is so freaking mean, they had to add the dark typing to it. So let's look at real squids really quick. Real squids are just as creepy considering they have teeth in their tentacles. Colossal squids are very aggressive and dangerous, but luckily they mostly live in the deep ocean, so humans don't really have to worry about them. But Malamar is a squid that just kind of hangs out on land and everywhere else, so we would see them a lot. Let's look at its Pokemon X and Y Pokedex entry. It wields the most compelling hypnotic powers of any Pokemon, and it forces others to do whatever it wants. It lures prey close with hypnotic motions, then wraps its tentacles around it before finishing off its prey with digestive fluids. Wonderful. So this creature doesn't care about anything, and if it sees anything that's living, it will hypnotize it and force it to do anything it wants. But then it will eat you whenever it's finished with you. This thing is 4'11". That's as tall as he ate. Well, he's actually 4'10" because he's short, but whatever. Moving on, we have Beedrill. I feel like this one is kind of expected, as I see a lot of people talk about this, because, you know, it's a giant freaking hornet. I freak out over tiny little bees. Well, bumblebees are okay and cute, and little fuzzy bees help out with honey. But then there's these things. Evil in a tiny body. Criminal mastermind. Freak out over tiny little bees. Well, bumblebees are okay and cute, and little fuzzy bees help out with honey. But then there's these things. Evil in a tiny body. Criminal masterminds. Yes, Beedrill has bee in its name, but it's more based off of a wasp or a hornet. Beedrills are 3 foot 3 inches and 65 pounds. A real wasp is like 1 inch if they get big enough or whatever. This thing is a 3-footer. Do you understand the amount of nope that courses through my veins? This thing was real. I wouldn't even want to live in this world anymore. I'll just go ahead and dig myself a hole. Plus, look at those stingers. You wouldn't even have to worry about being stung. You would have to worry about being stabbed. According to their Pokedex entry, they can fly super fast, maybe even faster than a car, and then they jab their enemy repeatedly until they're dead. There's no way that you could outrun that. What's worse, they're extremely territorial, and if they see you, they call their buddies, and then they chase you. No thank you. Moving on, we have Houndoom. Dogs are adorable. Dogs are pure, and I love them. We don't deserve them, and I want to adopt every dog ever. But even though the Pokemon anime makes Houndoom seem like the most sweet creature ever, if Houndoom were real, we would be screwed. Houndoom is based off of a hellhound.
Hi guys, I was back. The video was, it felt like it was a few minutes in the video, but it's been 2,000 years. Okay.
Which are dogs, obviously, but they're associated with death and hell. In some mythology, they say if you stare into its eyes 3 times, you die. Rude. Houndoom is based off of a hellhound, which are dogs, obviously, but they're associated with death and hell. In some mythology, they say if you stare into its eyes 3 times, you die. If you hear it howl, you die. Basically, you see it or hear it, you die. It's bad. Houndooms aren't really from hell, but they can still be very, very dangerous, especially the wild ones. They're a bit like wolves in the real world. They are pack animals, so if you happen to see one in the wild, then expect that there's probably 5 more somewhere. On top of having to worry about being chased by one, you have to worry about being burned. If they just magically spawned in the human world, we would not know what to do. In the Pokemon world, sure, I'm sure they have a way to deal with Houndooms. As soon as you turn 10 in the Pokemon universe, they teach you how to deal with Pokemon. But we're dumb. People with no Pokemon knowledge will probably see it and think, ooh, it's a cute little dog wearing a Halloween costume.
Hi guys, see how the recording cannot stand longer than 50 minutes, so we'll see you on the next video. Subscribe, comment down below. Comment, like, and smash that like button so many times. That'll do it for you. Comment. See you later, alligators, and